make plays like that.
No, I'm about to take this off. I'm tripping. What the fuck am I gonna be doing? This is what he wanted, boys and girls.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run out there and send this one away.
One, them fuckers.
This is and he will be brought
just like 1 second.
about this time. Here come the Bengals now to take over. They'll be let out by the red rifle from TCU. It's Andy Jones.
Hold on. I'm bring that shit back one time. Oh, okay. Man, like one play. Man, wait, motherfucker, on the ground. Look at that thing. No breaks.
You don't shout it from the rooftop, but you never talk to it. You sense it, and you start to get it. In fact, I asked him about his mobility, and he said, well, I did run for over 1,500 yards in college. That was an easy answer from him. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Go change the other control, man. I just told you that.
Entering pause screen for Zoom.
Nobody in there. I'm gonna go from my Bluetooth.
Had a chance there to hit him for a loss, couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Dalton gives to Bernard. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And we take a look now at the defense for the Raiders.
Vontaze Burfict is a super talent and a fierce competitor. He can do it all at the linebacker position.
If I did cut my legs off, I ain't never been with the whole talk, snitch talk, always talking about his fault. Yeah, I'm a stand-up nigga, got my bands up, nigga, got roast me pissed off. Never tell a lie to a bitch, dog. Nigga gotta play around. And I never ever let the people you do to me. Why not? Niggas ain't worth my energy. What you have to do, cause I'm not making feel ain't really with nothing if it don't make sense to me.
Now Dalton.
I never ever go against my character, some niggas on the other side. I never ever go against the mother gotta get one to come out. I feel like it's me versus me, go see competition, why would you compete? Ain't gotta be woke, still gon' be up. I pick a bag and I'm sleep, I can't get the hood out of me. You know why I be, this still posted up like I lease. Trappers gon' buy him, can't be the teeth. And this shit sweet, if the bitch man put a stack in her lap. I'm Dr. Seuss, give me cat in the head. Move the punk out of her stomach on snap. Way too pretty to be picked from the back. Count on somebody that smoke me a blunt. This shit got me hungry, then jump on that. Toxic bitch, she know what she did. I said I would dance, they double back. If you a side bitch, you cannot question me. You did some foul shit, you threw a ticket me. Cooked it up right, they done gave me the recipe. I'm in a CO6, police ain't catching me. I'm still dunking this bitch that's successful me. Cause I'm the dope like the coke in the 70s. Big body, double R truck, I got bow with me. Hog in the lane, and they can't get close to me. Big bag, I never ran from a nigga. If I did cut my legs off,
I never ran from a nigga.
Snitch talk, always talking about his fault. Yeah, Yeah, I'm a stand-up nigga, got my bands up, nigga. You don't wanna see me pissed off. Never tell a lie to a bitch, dog. When it come to them, gotta play it raw. And I never ever let the fuckery get to me. Why not? Niggas ain't worth my energy. What you had to do? Cut them off, make them feel I ain't dealing with them. I never ever go against my kind for some niggas on the other side. I never ever put a bitch for the money, gotta get it when it come to mine. Shit, the thermostat, I been hot both summer. Tell me you get wrecked, make it hard for your mama. Money bag runs in the pack, get a bundle. Black in the safe, both for them doing numbers. I ain't got a heart for a hoe, this a big no. No life, worry about the next hoe. Took back the keys to the Benzo. All in the feelings, throwing clothes out the window. Let's take a AK, cut it in half and call it a Draco. I'm back on my old ways, round with that thigh, volcano that fuego. Life insurance on my chain. Your life. Reach for a bust your brain. Night. Loose noodle, no low main. Take out. Going out the way I came. Same route. I ain't never ran from a nigga. No, I ain't never. If I did, cut my legs out right now. I ain't never been with the whole talk, snitch talk. Always talking about his fault. Yeah, I'm a stand-up nigga. Got my bands up, nigga. You don't wanna see me pissed off. Never tell a lie to a bitch, dog. When it come to them, gotta play it raw. And I never ever let the fuckery get to me. Why not? Niggas ain't worth my energy. What you had to do? Cut them off, make them feel I ain't dealing with nothing if it don't make sense to me. I never ever go against my kind for some niggas on the other side. I never ever put a bitch for the money, gotta get it when it come to mine.
We saw them working on it in practice this week, and for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
To the base, I can't escape it now. They like they understand me better when I speak it raw. I'm thinking about how deep it get from digging in my thoughts. But then again, I already know what comes within the box. I'm whispering in her ear, boy saying I love you, I'ma do better, kissing her lips. I love back, then we fuck, she like, boy, you a trip. Why you think you can fix everything with your dick and kill? It always work before. Barely say no to my kids, been like this since I birthed them. The money spit image of me, his mama say I curse. Changes and blessings come with time, cause that what life brings. Didn't understand the shit clear enough till I made spring. I got snitches lying on my name trying to invest to get some clout. Niggas think they switch the sweet until I break them choppers out. Family never asked for my number, but now they reaching out. Post a picture with some money, they screenshot it trying to count. I ain't fucking with no rap niggas, I'm sticking to the plan. Came in with my day one, that's how I'ma leave. Table that your G3 and threw it all with me. Sat on the bench beside me, it's unless they ball with me. Shit don't even be what it look like, it just be seeming perfect. Sometimes I ask what I love it, but that don't mean I'm searching. Hate I gave it attention, knowing it didn't deserve it. Did a diagnosis checking out my buttons working. Why you telling her the business when you going lay up with her? I ain't talking to no pillar, especially not about my niggas. Take a certain type of nigga to relate to what I'm feeling. I'm just being to myself, smoking, staring at the ceiling. I'm gangster from the heart, started from the gutter, robbing.
You want it? You want it?
I'm glad I played the smart. I'm gangster from the heart, beat the odds a million times. The struggle made a start.
See, I'm gangster from the heart.
I call it, try to tell them. Didn't believe me, so I showed them. I'm special on the gas, got no plans of pulling over. Wrap my hands around my arm, got the world in my palms. Force me to go numb, I give them cold shoulder. You did to me, I had to go still. Overtime, putting in long hours. Don't come off the shit. They hate so hard in my neighborhood, wanna do me like milk. Pray I ain't looking at a friend if I got it up to the clip. Talk to God on the phone, he like, little bro, leave it alone, please. But I can't stay away, the trenches where I feel at home. I do it first, they gravitate. These rap niggas, my protege, I never hate. 7-6 push penetrate. You know what I'm saying? Like a 808. Boom, boom. You went against the rules. Fuck the opposition, dude. I know we ain't together, but I still don't feel it's cool. Guess you ran out of weapons, cause now you trying to use my son. Everything don't need a response. I'm just dancing from the heart. Started from the gutter, robbing niggas, stealing cars. I'm so glad I played the smart. I'm gangster from the heart. Beat the odds a million times. The struggle made a start. Make them feel it, bop. Ghost told them. I call it, try to tell them. Didn't believe me, so I showed them. I'm flashing on the gas, got no plans of pulling over. Wrap my hands around my arm, got the world in my palms. Force me to go numb, I give them cold shoulder. CG, BG. Money on the table, killers in the cut. I ain't working out, but they pushing up. I was staying down, they was switching up. As I look around, I don't know what's up. They just putting on, they ain't really sus. Yeah, it took a while, now I got it up. Two pretty bitches, I can double dutch, knock it out the park. Tell them batter up, big speaker do what you can't. 5 million all hundreds, I shut down the bank. You know I'm open the rank, talking shit behind the wall, get hit with a shank. My nigga them in that field, gun your ass down for real, this is not a prank. Water on me, fish tank, sipping, drink, erase the problems, my mind go blank. Every week my bitch want a new purse, 100 racks could've gave her a verse. I wish I would've thought of that first. Count this for me, I put her to work. Red on red in the vid 2020. Skinny JBGE on my hoodie. Right now, so much money, forgot where I put it. Now it cost you 6 figures to book me. They ain't wanna see me up, but I done came so far. Big boy Rolls Royce truck in traffic, I Bogart. Had a dream over all of my Rolex watch on both arms. Couldn't choose, on live by the rules, so I bust down both phones. They ain't wanna see me up, but I done came so far. Big boy Rolls Royce truck in traffic, I Bogart. Had a dream over all of my Rolex watch on both arms. Couldn't choose, on live by the rules, so I bust down both phones. Snot on the car, they don't watch. Boogers falling out the bells, I wear it wherever. These niggas know I'm a devil. I'm a certified stepper, I'm slanging that metal. Bread got time vanilla. White gold, white toes, and my bitch yellow. Sit on me blocking the cheddar. We ain't told no Beretta, 100 shots of better. Big homie 30 on proper. Yeah, I'm covered in his ice, but I'm hot as lava. Hit his ass with the topper. He'll never see a doctor, them members and popper. Cover my bitches in Prada. They'll never see Chanel, that shit for my mama. You pull up, then you a gunner. I ain't never sent a threat, that shit there I promise. Hit it, hand fitted, G, metal tuck. BBS, stupid, get level through. Smash for my cheek, get your cheddar up. Glock 26 in my Ithaca. Hit it, hand fitted, G, metal tuck. BBS, stupid, get level through. Smash for my cheek, get your cheddar up. Glock 26 in my Ithaca. They ain't wanna see me up, but I done came so far. Big boy Rolls Royce truck in traffic, I Bogart. Gang, CG, BG. Money on the table, killers in the cut. I ain't working out, but they pushing up. I was staying down, they was switching up. As I look around, I don't know what's up. They just putting on, they ain't really sus. Yeah, it took a while, now I got it up. Two pretty bitches, I can double dutch, knock it out the park. Tell them batter up, big speaker do what you can't. 5 million all hundreds, I shut down the bank. You know I'm open the rank, talking shit behind the wall, get hit with a shank. My nigga them in that field, gun your ass down for real, this is not a prank. Water on me, fish tank, sipping, drink, erase the problems, my mind go blank. Every week my bitch want a new purse. 100 racks could've gave her a verse. I wish I would've thought of that first. Count this for me, I put her to work. Red on red in the vid 2020. Skinny JBGE on my hoodie. Right now, so much money, forgot where I put it. Now it cost you 6 figures to book me. They ain't wanna see me up, but I done came so far. Big boy Rolls Royce truck in traffic, I Bogart. Had a dream over all of my Rolex watch on both arms. Couldn't choose, on live by the rules, so I bust down both phones. They ain't wanna see me up, but I done came so far. Big boy Rolls Royce truck in traffic, I Bogart. Had a dream over all of my Rolex watch on both arms. Couldn't choose, on live by the rules, so I bust down both phones. Snot on the car, they don't watch. Boogers falling out the bells, I wear it wherever. These niggas know I'm a devil. I'm a certified stepper, I'm slanging that metal. Bread got time vanilla. White gold, white toes, and my bitch yellow. Sit on me blocking the cheddar. We ain't told no Beretta, 100 shots of better. Big homie 30 on proper. Yeah, I'm covered in his ice, but I'm hot as lava. Hit his ass with the topper. He'll never see a doctor, them members and popper. Cover my bitches in Prada. They'll never see Chanel, that shit for my mama. You pull up, then you a gunner. I ain't never sent a threat, that shit there I promise. Hit it, hand fitted, G, metal tuck. BBS, stupid, get level through. Smash for my cheek, get your cheddar up. Glock 26 in my Ithaca. Hit it, hand fitted, G, metal tuck. BBS, stupid, get level through. Smash for my cheek, get your cheddar up. Glock 26 in my Ithaca. They ain't wanna see me up, but I done came so far. Big boy Rolls Royce truck in traffic, I Bogart. Had a dream over all of my Rolex watch on both arms. Couldn't choose, on live by the rules, so I bust down both phones. They ain't wanna see me up, but I done came so far. Big boy Rolls Royce truck in traffic, I Bogart. Had a dream over all of my Rolex watch on both arms. Couldn't choose, on live by the rules, so I bust down both phones.
Factors into the game.
Restaurants have always been there for you. A place to celebrate, to take a first date, to grab a meal between soccer practice and piano. And even though tables are empty at the moment, the kitchens are full, prepping everything so it's just right, keeping customers safe, and making the food as delicious as ever. They're still there for you. Now you can be there for them. While the doors may be closed, the kitchens are open for delivery.
Hold on to the ball.
They'll start on the ground here with Bernard. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3.
We had hundreds of people join the USCCA yesterday. So I'm here in our fulfillment center.
They gave up a run. They keep their offense on schedule. It's 3 to 4 yards. That's all you're looking for, right? That's absolutely yards on first down. That's what they talk about.
These folks do not be ready for this shit, bro. It's another one, bro. Take heat, fuck these niggas. You ain't never shot at nobody, you never pulled a nigga. You ain't never pulled up on your eye, found a chasing nigga. Did my Glock so much, I might go get that bitch up out the rubber. Spend my Glock 19 so much, I might go get it out of my bitch up on me.
A little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance because the normal call is be safe instead. They threw it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an AA's call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game.
Yeah, back to the base, I can't escape it now. They like they understand me better when I speak in raw talk. I'm thinking about how deep it get from digging in my thoughts. But then again, I already know what comes with being around. I'm whispering in her ear, boy, saying I love you. I'ma do better kissing her lips. Got her back, doing fuck, she like, boy, you a trip. Why you think you can fix everything with your dick and give it always working for? Barely say no to my kids, been like that since I birthed them. The money spit image of me, his mama say I curse. Chances and blessings come with time, cause it was life break. So what? Didn't understand this shit clear enough till I made spring. I bought a nigga speeches lying on my name, trying to invest to get some clout. Niggas think it's switching sweet until I break the choppers out. Family never asked for my number, but now they reaching out. Post a picture with some money, they screenshot it trying to count. I ain't fucking with no rap niggas, I'm sticking to the plan. Came in with my day ones, that's how I'ma leave. Table Danjo G3 and threw it all with me. I sat on the bench beside me, it's so much they ball with me. Shit don't even be what it look like, it just be seeming perfect. Sometimes I ask what I love it, but that don't mean I'm searching. Hate I gave it attention, knowing it didn't deserve it. Did a diagnostic checking out my buddy's work. Why you telling her the business when you going lay up with her? I ain't talking to no pillow, especially not about my niggas. Take a certain type of nigga to relate to what I'm feeling. I'm just venting to myself, smoking, staring at the ceiling. Vibe a gangster from the heart, started from the gutter, robbing niggas, stealing cars. I'm so glad I played the smart. I'm gangster from the heart, beat the odds a million times. The struggle made a stop, make a feel it off. I call it trying to tell them, didn't believe me, so I showed them. I'm smashing on the gas, got no plans of pulling over. Wrap my hands around my arm, got the world in my palms. Force me to go numb, I give them cold shoulder. You did to me, I had to go still. Overtime putting in long hours, I don't come off the shit. They hate so hard in my neighborhood, wanna do me like milk. Pray I ain't looking at a friend if I gotta get to the clip. Talk to God it on the phone, he like, look bro, leave it alone, please. But I can't stay away, the trenches where I feel at home. I do it first, they gravitate, these rap niggas my protege. I never hate, 7-6 to penetrate. Long sound like a 808. Boom, boom. You went against the rules, fuck the opposition, dude. I know we ain't together, but I still don't feel it's cool. Guess you ran out of weapons, cause now you trying to use my son. Everything don't need a response, I'm just dancing from the heart. Started from the gutter, robbing niggas, stealing cars. I'm so glad I played the smart. I'm gangster from the heart. Beat the odds a million times, the struggle made a start. Make a feel it bop. I call it, try to tell them, didn't believe me, so I showed them. I'm smashing on the gas, got no plans of pulling over. Wrap my hands around my arm, got the world in my palms. Force me to go numb, I give them cold shoulder.
So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On second down, Jacobs. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
This has been a good run so far. For the most part, has powered him down there.
Motherfucker, real niggas struggle, world. rockin' tequila all night till I fucking nerve. About the lot, boy, they screaming, it's the fucking word. Walk out with them bricks, damn. I be in them coops so much you swear them photos on sight. Let them bricks stay tonight. You can call it summer party. We'll be over any day, every night. I'm a party. And that I was so hard, I almost died. Swear to God, these niggas hood acting checking out. Yeah, I swear they frauds. Pull up in that mercy, have mercy on these bitches. Said you a bottle of water for these thirsty ass bitches. All bullshit aside, I used to hustle on the cover. For a million for the penthouse, and guess who is the home? Hating ass niggas say something about nothing. Champagne for the pain tonight. Everybody fucking high. Champagne for the pain. I be blowing all this money. Tell them niggas keep the change. I got girls doing girls. I'm a real motherfucker. Real niggas, real world. Everybody fucking in line.
Pop a pill and then pop a nut. Pocket Spanish hell, big party. On that gas, big sun. 2, 2, 3, that's a big gun. The chain I got on is a 1-1. Wounds now they need a 1-1. Might catch on my body, this ain't a one. Talking real quick, yeah, that bitch, yeah, I just out of seal. No midget over here. We drink this shit for real. I'ma give me some money, this real talk. Feed the team, this real boss. And they whip like a orange, I feel dog. All man of Valencia, this real sauce, yeah. In the bank, making deposits. Red game, bitch, at my posse. All my niggas, they solid. We got fathers with thuggers, no rocks and shit. I don't like niggas like Nazis. Bitches be calling me cocky. I fucked your friend, I'm a dog, eh. Little bitch, I look like a ball player. I just wanna live. I just wanna live. Cocaine, propane, pocket full of pills. I do this shit for real. I do this shit for real. Shooting bad bitches, and I know that's on the hill. Pulling up in some foreign entry, they got stand ready. We just getting money. Niggas acting funny, we don't give a fuck cause they ain't doing nothing. The shit I got on is a 1-on-1. Fuck on that bitch and then fucking nothing. Living the life to the fullest stunt. Sit and sleep with her hands on me. Run the sun. With the brightest burn the bitches like the night. I'm a walking on. That 80 in the moon. Before you sparkles on the bottom, make a move. My name is Young and I'm clubbing out that pussy. Up in this bitch, you know I got my weapon. This ain't a gym class, why is everybody sweating? Yeah, I send them hoes some bottles, man, them bitches looking thirsty. My checks above the rim, man, this bitch I'm looking burnt. You know the coupe is bloody murder, the coupe is bloody murder. Yeah, the motherfucker black is all full color purple. 34 squares, so that 1200 a skirt. Put numbers in his head, where that nigga smart as dirt. Mirror, mirror, I feel like killing. 4 made to the 10, 400 for this fold up.
Level trying to see the
Entering coaching screen.
hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. Inside of a minute left and a half. Does the fact that you're down on a scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Carr. Flushed out right. Going right side here, that's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. on play action. Now Carr rolling to his left. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Throwing on first down is Carr. Going to throw deep for, and that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders.
What's he say to you, boss?
A 24-yard touchdown. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT.
We've been together a few years, and you know that I really ride the wave of old momentum, don't I?
Yes, you do.
There is a heck of a difference between being down 6 and possibly being up 1. And right now, they've got that opportunity.
No doubt. That is a big-time score and a big-time swing in momentum. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Not too many breaks ahead according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to...
Put on the dresser. Come on.
They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try to stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes these forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. 7 yards there and a first down. Carr to the throw.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Turns out to be a great idea to tough that one. Good for 24 yards.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Bengals grab it. And fights through. And now off to the races down the right side. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown.
Because that was dumb.
Big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. How about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
So now
Challenge play.
Another challenge.
line as he'll come up and go for 2. All right, let's see what Dalton can do after the fumble recovery. Flush to his right. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And boy, things switched on a dime here. The fumble recovery for the touchdown and also a 2-point try on top successful.
Because you didn't do it. You don't do it.
Pick it up on a fumble return, take it all the way for a touchdown. That's demoralizing for a team to have it happen against them. So the offense just says, you know something? Let's add to it. Pile on top, go for 2 now while their heads are down.
All Madden feel like the
now making their way toward the huddle. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play that time for the Raiders. And even 40 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. Being chased out left. That's going to be caught by Williams for a Raiders touchdown. Tyrell Williams, 35 yards.
Entering coaching screen.
Extra point away now from tying this football game. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the route.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will tie our game here in the third. That drive starting on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. So a tie ball game here as we get away. This was taken from the center. He'll take more zone, hits the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. First half showed a pretty good offense. Tie game into the second
I got some woes in Mississippi. I remember like yesterday when I first started, they were laughing at me. Just forward, I'm getting changed. Now promoting them, throw a bag at me. When they stuck on my enemies, they gon' remember me. Only nigga that came up.
Maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground, and we're seeing for one touchdown. And when you're able to move it as effectively as you described, not lose the time in the way to the end zone, and actually try to do it for a second time. Now looking for additional yards to get a second score.
Dope boy, bitch, ain't gotta say it again.
Inside run sets up a very manageable second down. Very solid game on that one.
Once again, it's Jacobs. They follow up the game of 5 by
Drop the top on the Rari, nigga, I'm so mean. John in the Band-Aid, I'm so paid. She came to the mansion, yeah, the bitch got slayed. Skinny dipping in the pool, yeah, the bitch got saved.
Lost the fumble. Depend on the slide, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They do go for it. It's Carr. Loses the football. And the Bengals grab it. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Got a bitch in B-Line, she got superpowers. Turn the dope spot into after hours. Got them culinary skills, bitch,
The Bengals drive about to get going.
They gon' need a rep. Yeah, realest nigga.
Following the fumble recovery. That was complete to the former Seminole Monty Tate. And he'll go down, and that will do
Got my
it
top
for the
down,
third
fur coat, February.
now on the East Bay. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the fourth.
I used to be selling. Pull up red ray.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
Epidemics. Used to all bullshit blogs, trying to play with my image. If I look this shit, I'm probably ducking the
Gain of 3, second down.
Hop on the jet with the Glock.
That's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of this team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. But now it's third down.
My bloke show me love. We locked in like sellers.
Following the incompletion on second down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Maurice Hurst in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down.
Outside the city, see no defense is back. Plus I'm smoking.
None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets sacked. That's why the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets up so the cameras can't
I'm a
find them.
Laker.
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line goes well.
Turn the dope spot into after hours. Got them culinary skills, bitch, I been a chef. Above the rim, only nigga, they gon' need a rep. Yeah, realest nigga in it. Enemy necessary. Top down, fur coat, February.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talked about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season.
Metro by T-Mobile in the brand new iPhone SE, you rule. Now at Metro, get the iPhone SE for less than $100 when you switch. Get the latest iPhone at an incredible price at Metro, the #1 brand in prepaid.
And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs.
Preached by Ice Time, halftime, Big Push, Pork Chop, Soda Pop, Snap Pop, Pop, Soursop, Pot, Dumpling, Chicken Wing, PG, Onion Ring. We are America's Kitchen, DoorDash, every flavor we know.
Have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning. Aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
First, now to kick this one away, off it goes.
I was the first young nigga pull up in these cars, nigga. First young nigga to show these nigga how to do this shit, nigga. I'm the young nigga, got the juice up in my city. I was the nigga in that coupe up in my city. I was the boy, show me young nigga how to swipe it. Then what I try to do, nigga don't like it. I was the fool, I got these bitches waiting for nigga in that day. I was the fool, I show these niggas the chicken. First nigga out myself. First young nigga on be a nigga. Radio station, real big. They get the shit.
Here's their opportunity now to put their bets on the board.
Show these niggas the game. I would the forward, show these niggas the game. You get that play, watch how this stick on time. You get that play, watch how this stick on time. You get that play, watch how your peak on time. I'm the young nigga, got the juice up in my city. I would the fool nigga in that coupe up in my city. I would the fool nigga, show these young niggas how to swipe. Then what
Yo, he just went out of bounds.
So here's going for the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their own 21. Play action here with Dole. Finding Green complete. A very solid gain of 27.
The most common reaction to a birch arrangement is, I didn't know flowers could look like this. I'm Whitney Ash.
Dumb flow, whatever you want to call it, stupid.
Let's see what they come up with offensively after having time to talk about it.
You can't even see them now. 2 bullets in the glove. They don't supposed to be in there. Red's cold. I would have done with silverware. She got us the warm up. I got on your first. You talk, you say you know the girl show me. The trap with some Ferragamo shoes, a Glock and a roller watch. Someone give me some extras. I'm straight out of my phone. From the back while I do the gym. Rocks on like a fucking Jew. My brass trying to steal the juice. That's the reason why you fuck with niggas. You niggas, they focus on mixing that. I'm fuck with her. Gotta get the back in. Can't show hand, count the back in. I want the streets when I'm back in. I'm getting money. How you ain't know? How much you told? Stop being old. Diamonds on me, got frostbites. What I'm sipping on to get the cough right. Whoa.
And this one now not quite over yet. Still some time out for Scoopers. Having that third time in the trap.
You can't even see the now. 2 bullets in the Glock. They don't supposed to be in there. Red's cold, fully there. Hold the dog with silverware. Got us the wall, feeling I got on your fucks. Destination riding dirty like a millionaire. I'm in well, and you never did. You when you say you will. Plenty drink and a lot of people. I don't even know how to know. 52 nigga hate real. I just wanna know that. Everywhere I go, they like, there you go. I'm feeling like Kodak. I'm smashing a bitch on the stove in the trap. I'm gonna be trying to scrap out. I'm extra cautious when I'm fucking with my heart still like pull out. You and that nigga where I'm from, pull up right now, still break the hood out. When nigga I stand out. You a broke nigga looking for handouts. To the trap, I used to live in there. Such and such on the whip is coopage. I told the bitch get it now. All white full time in the trap. You can't even see me now. 2 bullets in the Glock. They don't supposed to be in there. Drake, Carvin, Dillinger. Asia, race cars, hold the dog was silverware, gangsta wall, Billy Ray, shit on the block, I'm rockin'
From one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
On the other side, get that high speed ready.
No doubt about it.
I start shooting that nigga for fun with my stick.
So now Dog. The quick slant caught. And he'll get it into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. The Bengals going to use their second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I keep it split every day.
Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. We'll likely put an end to this thing. Now a carry for Jacobs. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Hey, we're good, we're good. 180.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick.
Let's go, baby. Pick 6 all day. Don't throw my son.
The Bengals drive about to get going. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier.
Can't pick it, man. So why you do that then?
However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
Finish game. Team's test score summary. Players test. Entering statistics screen. Players Team Sin. Team Oak. Player completion. QB right. Completion. Passing attempt. Passing yards 206. Completion percentage 77. Rushing selected. Fumble 0. Fumble 0. Fumble 0. Fumble 0. Fumble 0. Touchdown. Attempts 4. Attempts 17. Attempts 5. Your average Average yards per carry 12.0. Average yards per carry. Average yards per carry. Raiders selected. Bengals selected. Average yards per carry 13.0. Post-game report player stats. Entering. Punting selected. Post-game report player stat. Finish game. Entering play now. Super Bowl list. Entering team select screen. Away teams. Ready. Dallas Cowboys selected. Ready. Miami Dolphins. Philadelphia Eagles select. Atlanta Falcons. San Francisco 49ers selected. New York Giants selected. San Francisco 49ers selected. New York Giants. Jacksonville Jaguars selected. New York Jets select. Detroit Lions. Green Bay Packers selected. Carolina Panthers selected. Green Bay Packers. Jersey option. New Orleans. Color Rush helmet select. Color Rush helmet select. Color Rush jersey selected. Color Rush alternate. Nike alternate jersey select. Color Rush pants select. Nike. Color Rush socks selected. Shoe. Black primary shoe. Socks. Ready. Entering game settings screen. Play clock. Time options. Weather off. Time off. Accelerate. Even teams option is set. Even teams option is game style. Play clock. Time option is set. Event type option is set to Super Bowl.
Let me find out my team ballin'. You look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jonathan Coachman, and this is Super Bowl Sunday on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be an interesting matchup between the Los Angeles Rams and the New Orleans Saints. With that, it's time for Super Bowl 54, and we'll send you now to Miami, standing by to call their fourth Super Bowl together. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach. Well, the road ends here. It has been a wild, often unpredictable 2019 season, and now it's time for the greatest spectacle in all of sports.
Super Sim. Quick game stats. Entering statistics screen. Team stats. Player stats. Scoring summary. Total. No score. And super quick depth chart. Entering depth charts. Slot 2. Entering coaching screen.
Miami.
Depth chart.
You know, this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past, and tonight we write chapter number 11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy between the Los Angeles Rams, and he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Taking on another team that hails from the NFC, the New Orleans Saints. On first down, it's gone. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. On second and a couple. Goff. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of it. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Now on fourth down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Deontay Harris deep for New Orleans. Now this is fielded in the end zone. Runs through the contact. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Saints will get the football at their 20. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. They're indeed going for it. Bridgewater. Strong start by this defense. Third and short, they go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? And they made it in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
Now a first down throw. Gone. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. 23 yards on the play.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum right there.
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way. And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on third and goal? From the gun, here's Goff. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Eli Apple, good to the core there as he gets in and knocks it away. So they opted to pass for it on third and goal. Let's see what they do on fourth and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on fourth and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Or maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And here now the offense heading back out there. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
The throw right sideline here is complete, and they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards, good for a Saints first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the...
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Kamara's got the first down and then some. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Saints have taken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit. But for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block.
You only get 3 points.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball, too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Lutz now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point...
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him with contract time. But that offense...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. Woods, the intended receiver.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Kamara. Nickel Roby-Coleman, a name that will ring in the ears of Saints fans forever, in on the tackle. On 2nd and 9. Bridgewater, and he finds his man. It's the former Ram, Jared Cook. Give him 6 there, but now it's 3rd.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Throwing is Bridgewater. And he finds Cook. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
I like the call on 3rd and 2. They were geared up to stop the run. I like the fact they just hit them quick. Little slant route. All about timing there, partner.
Yeah, the timing, everything well executed. A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Corey Littleton there on the tackle. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Running with Kamara. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. Kamara's got the first down and then some. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Spins past him. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
David Onyemata there on the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, and you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football.
Still second down.
Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty. A shotgun snap for Goff. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. 2 minutes even on the clock in the first half of Super Bowl 54. A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starting in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun. Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over him.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. Here we go, it's Gurley. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface, but I've been around enough of these coaches.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing, Bridgewater, eluding the pressure right. And Thomas has it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. To throw is Bridgewater. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Bridgewater now. Escaping the pressure right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Traquan Smith, as the first half is winding down. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
The final shot before break here. Goff. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. The never tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Bridgewater to throw it. Flushed out right. Looking here for Smith downfield. That's caught at the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 30 yards. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big gain.
Play fake. Bridgewater. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Goff now to throw. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Gurley again here on first down. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Goff. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. Cooper Kupp, 48 yards. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Toss play, Kamara. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They run it again with Kamara. Kamara's got the first down and then some. The 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with his 3rd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ball game. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 11. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Goff. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And the kick here is good with a penalty flag down as well, and they may have run into him after the kick went away. So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Free kick out of bounds.
So that one will be accepted.
We gonna work.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now on the run. He'll throw it back, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big play there for L.A. And even 50 yards. Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
They go play action here on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Goff. He's got it. It's Higbee. Touchdown Rams. Tyler Higbee there to make the grab. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. Well, there was a little extra pressure with that one because it was 3rd down. He didn't care. He snagged it with one hand like it was routine.
The key is to make a play in a tough situation. Doesn't matter how, and in this case, one-handed gets it done. Terrific play for us to watch.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19 on the ground, Kamara. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense.
Entering coaching screen depth chart.
And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
He's going to air this thing, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas, 39 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
No lead safe in the new NFL, but this score is really going to give them some needed breathing room.
And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Ooh, a little cruel here. They're going to go for the onside kick up big. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Kicking team.
And the kick goes outside the white lines. That's why the flag comes out.
Yes, and that was an error by the kicker, and it will give the offense great starting field position.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Goff now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Goff. Now that'll be caught by Kupp. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another 1st down. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
Well, surprise, surprise. 1st and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak. No running play. They decided to throw for it, but the pressure got to them quickly and put the quarterback down.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. To throw is gone. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target. But now it's 3rd and goal. The Rams on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and goal. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Michael Thomas now heading back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's 2nd down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Bridgewater here to throw. Flush to his right. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it.
And quick slots. Instant replay. Entering off-screen resume.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. On first down, it's Gurley. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. From the 41, Goff. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Throwing here, Bridgewater. He gets it to Thomas. A big-time play there for New Orleans. And even 40 yards. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And the Lombardi Trophy is coming back to the Bayou. The New Orleans Saints, Super Bowl champions. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness.
65.
Makes me want to carry you around
yards
a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.
Yard runs 0. 20-yard runs 2. Post-game report. Finish game. Entering play now live. Entering team select screen. The Arizona Cardinals, the home team, are select. Away team: Los Angeles, Kansas, Carolina, Green, Detroit, New York Jets, Atlanta, San Jacksonville, Philadelphia, Detroit, Miami, Carolina, New England, Indiana, Los Angeles, ball ready. New Orleans, Washington, Baltimore Ravens selected. Washington Redskins selected. New Orleans Saints selected. Seattle Seahawks, Pittsburgh Steelers selected. Seattle Seahawks selected. New Orleans Saints selected.
I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in the
Washington Red, Baltimore Ravens, Los Angeles Rams, Oakland Raiders, New England Patriots selected. Carolina Panthers select, Green Bay Packers selected, Detroit Lions selected. New York Jets selected, Jacksonville Jaguars New York Giants select, San Francisco 4, Atlanta Falcons select, ready.
Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My
ready.
James Bond, I stay on the mission, coming for the top position.
Miami Dolphins, Dallas Cowboys, Indianapolis Colts, Kansas City Chiefs selected.
Lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You were Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials.
Ready.
I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. The young,
entering game setting. Event type option is set to super. Even teams option. Accelerated clock option is. Play clock remaining option is set to 20 seconds. Play clock remaining option is set. Event type option is set. Game style option is set to simulation. Game style option is set to arcade.
Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jonathan Coachman, and this is Super Bowl.
Okay, Coach. Well, the road ends here. It has been a wild, often unpredictable 2019 season. And now it's time for the greatest spectacle in all of sports. Super Bowl 54 from Miami. You know, this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past. And tonight, we write chapter number 11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the line.
Depth chart. Entering depth chart. WR slot 4. Speed 94. Speed 92. Entering coaching screen depth chart. Entering depth chart. WR slot 3. Slot 4. Slot 1. Slot 2. Entering coaching screen depth chart. Resume. And depth chart. Entering depth charts. WR selected. Slot 2. Slot 4. Entering coaching screen depth chart. Entering depth. WR selected. Slot 4. Slot 1. Slot 2. Slot 1. Slot 2. Slot 3. Slot 5. Slot 6. Slot. 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 Slot 4. Slot 3. Slot 4. Entering coaching screen.
It'll be the AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs taking on the 5-time Super Bowl champs from the NFC, the Dallas Cowboys. Brandon Gott and Charles Davis, happy to be with you. And Charles, many had ordained the Kansas City Chiefs to be the best team in the NFL coming into the season, and now here they are, one game away from their first Super Bowl title since Super Bowl IV 50 years ago.
And we'll get to that in just a minute, but how about this? This is their 5th straight playoff appearance. They went to overtime with New England in the AFC title game last year. Remember, they were down big at the half, came all the way back and had a chance to win, lost in overtime. Finally climbed that mountain and got back. And do you remember Super Bowl IV against Minnesota? Remember Hank Stram as their coach? On the sidelines, mic'd up for the first time. That really gave us a lot of what we have now with NFL films. What a terrific performance by that Kansas City team, and they blew away the Vikings in that game.
Meanwhile, the Cowboys have had some ups and downs since their last Super Bowl appearance, but they're back for the 9th time, trying to win number 6 and tie the Patriots and Steelers. For the Cowboys, their last Super Bowl title quite a while ago, January of '96.
And those were great teams. Jimmy Johnson was their head coach, Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin, all Hall of Famers. They were known as the triplets. But then you go further back to those great teams in the 70s, led by Hall of Fame coach Tom Landry, Roger Staubach at quarterback, Tony Dorsett at running back. Those were great teams as well. This one, trying to create their own identity.
He'll let it fly for Austin. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down. Well, if those at home were wondering if we were going to see some offense in this Super Bowl, I think your answer was right there. Incomplete, but they take a big shot early.
Like the script. If they get the big play early, so much the better. But if nothing...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. The first carry now. This is Williams. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
And Owen coughed it up. It's picked up by the Cowboys. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Oh, Prescott stripped. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Striking first in any game is very important, but on this stage, the biggest of stages in the Super Bowl, that's huge.
You fully expect the other team to battle all the way through, but when you're the one setting the pace, jumping out in front, that has to feel great for the entire organization.
Point after, right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Delayed give there out of the gun. Defense was ready.
And I'm not a big fan of a draw play out of the shotgun formation because the quarterback's not having much action where he's getting away from the line of scrimmage. He's catching the football, making a little head fake, and then handing it off. You should be able to read it as they did there.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. The 40, 20, 10. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. Forbath able to convert the extra point, and we are tied at 7. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
A run there on first down going nowhere as he stopped right at the 25. He was brought down by Malik Collins. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Damian Williams, 75 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times.
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Past the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 78 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 75 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play for the Cowboys on 3rd. 62 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
This is Elliott. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Oh, what a juke into space. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 44 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. It's a gain of 35. They'll run it with Williams. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And in the end, it was all capped off by the Damian Williams touchdown run.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And Charles, this is one of those inexcusable special teams penalties, an out-of-bounds kickoff.
Pressure, pressure, pressure. Sometimes errors occur because of situations.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Oh, Zeke with a quick feed. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 31 yards there and a 1st down.
That type of run right there, that just fires me up when I watch it, because that's maybe the most underrated aspect of his game. The ability to break tackles and know where the 1st down chains are and pick them up.
He's tough, good pedigree. Dad Stacy was a linebacker at Missouri.
Yeah, and how about Mom on the track team? So I think that's where the speed came from. And she's not shy about letting us know that, too.
Yeah, he got the best of both worlds. On 2nd down, Elliott. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Here's Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. 10th carry now for Elliott. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. That one complete to Elliott. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. They'll get 6 on the dump-off, but it'll bring up a 4th down. 2 minutes even on the clock in the first half of Super Bowl 54. A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The coverage good that time by Kendall Fuller.
No surprise, they try to throw the ball on 4th down, but it gets batted down. They don't pick it up.
Well, a little football 101. When you're going toward that quarterback, you see he's going to start to throw. Get your hands up,
right? Get your hands up, affect the play, and then everyone get your hands up. When the ball gets to the receiver, moment of truth, knock it away.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. That one good for 12 yards in a Kansas City first. They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. Despite a little sizzle on the move, he's still tackled shy of the 20. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. On 2nd down, it's Williams. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Yellow. Hey, 43, 15.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the 2nd. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
And he'll sling that one in there. Complete to Cooper on the comebacker. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the 2nd half. The never-tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Damian Williams and the Chiefs ready to begin their next drive. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
They They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes escaping the pressure right. It got his man complete. And all the way to the opposite 49-yard line. A big play there for KC. 42 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Off the draw, here's Williams. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Mahomes now to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. Flushed out right. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman there to make the grab. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game, a chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time, and that's another great play to come away with the football.
Steps away. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but and that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he's such a talented tight end, just creates nightmarish type matchups on the other side.
He's so good that when we say tight end, we're almost damning him with faint praise, aren't we? Because he can do it all. He's as good as any receiver in the NFL.
Well, that's the deal. He's a wide receiver, just in a bigger body.
Bigger body, a matchup nightmare, and who's going to cover it? When I sit in the film session, I just look at the coach and say, really? Really? You're going to yell at me? You go cover it.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy
It's caught inside the 25. A big play here for the Cowboys. 57 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory? Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn into big plays.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. 2nd and goal from the 1. Prescott now. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Cowboys are able to make things a bit more respectable. Forbath, the extra point. So 2nd and goal there from the 1. They go to the air.
And the perfect down to throw the football in this sequence. 2nd down is always kind of the, do they throw it, do they run it? They worked it out to perfection on that one by throwing it into the end zone.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here's Damian Williams making his way back out. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen, they see the blocks happen, they feel really good about their vision, and then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef, they want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And going deep for Hill. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 3rd touchdown of the Super Bowl as his guys continue to pour it on.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Right there, 54 Mike. Hey man, watch the boot.
1st down, Prescott able to get away. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. To try again after the sack. Prescott completes it to Austin. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Cooper's got it. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
But we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Now here's a pass on first down. It's knocked away and incomplete. It was Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger, there to knock it away. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Cowboys claw one back.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College. Not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs. I knew every note to their school's fight song.
I bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go!
And now here comes Kansas City. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now is dominating and kicking around a team who have been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
That's good for 28 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Buying time to his left. Take it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free.
Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
Now a hit and a loose football. And that one is his 2nd fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum of the game, but now they've got a decision to make on his own sideline. Does he continue to do that? Do you keep him in that role, or do you bring someone else in at this time?
Matt Moore, the backup, ready for his first throw. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Mike, 55. Check, 55.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Forced out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. Well, they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Mahomes now on 1st down. Flush to his right. They complete it to Hill. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 1st down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play. On 1st down, Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep. It's caught inside the 25. 36 yards on the play. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up.
Underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back, they can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Following the interception, here's Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 21. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week.
That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. So from their own 20 all the way to the red zone now. A chance to capitalize on 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw it here. That one complete to Hill. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
And the Kansas City Chiefs are the Super Bowl champions. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture. That your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
Just watch it. Oh, this is Tyreek Hill right there, man. Just watch it. No, not that. My running back. They cheated me one time. I had it.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs,
and
so are bragging rights for an entire season. And what a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.
Hoffman wasn't in those. He fumbled. How you feel after the loss? How you feel after the loss? Are you upset? You beat your dad? Not mad.
Post-game report player stats.
Yo, I was 90. Yo, I was 90. Look. 660 30 yards. Yo, I was 94%. Bye, my fans. I'll see y'all later.
Finish. Restart game. Entering restart game pop-up. Are you sure you want to finish? View highlights. 0:37. $128. $346. $356. 504 0. Entering info pop-up 056. 111. 127. 2 3 3 3 5 453. 414. 4 3 3 3 3 225. 2 145. 127. 111. 056. 5 056. Entering 0 0 0 1 6. 525. 6 0 0 0 0 4 539. 510. 303. 211. 046 017 002 6 0 1 1 1 2 5 5 5 535 5 504 356 346 3 3 2 2 2 1 128 037 030 021 014 004 0 Post score summary. Entering statistics screen scoring team stats. Rushing yards home 139 away 254. Passing yards home 612 away 200. First downs home 13. PR yards home 15 away. KR yards home 160. Total yards home 929 away 731. Turnovers home 4 plus 2 away 6 minus 2. Third down CONV home 2, 2. Fourth down CO, 2.0. Red zone percent home 3, 3, 100%. Post game